Now, giving your garden a border can instantly change the shape of your space, bringing colour, scent, structure and scale, softening edges between lawn or patio and the larger foliage of your boundaries. They can be straight or curved, dense herbaceous affairs, or simply created with a few select plants, sparse but classy. Here to show you how to make the most of your own plot, horticulturist Camilla Bassett-Smith, with an array of all sorts of things, including straw bales.
Indeed, you have to have a straw bale. But isn't it so exciting because you can be so creative with a border?
Especially this time of year.
Yeah, very much so. And they have their roots in the cottage garden kind of feel, don't they really? Where everything's put together and makes this beautiful tapestry of glorious plants. And it was really a gentleman called William Robinson in around 1880s, wasn't it? Who really championed the herbaceous border more than that formal bedding style, which had become, you know, the norm in Victorian times.
Yeah.
And then, of course, a lady called Gertrude Jekyll, who really took things forward, didn't she?
And later on in the 20th century, Christopher Lloyd with the mixed border,
yes,
bringing shrubs and all kinds of plants in. So it was much more varied, from annuals and perennials and bulbs to shrubs and then the odd tree.
Yes.
And he called it the mixed border, which is...
But one of the first things to do is get the bare bones of a border, isn't it? And behind us, we've got this beautiful border with a lovely yew hedge. So things like that, a hedge is a good start, isn't it? Because a lot of borders do just that. They border an edge, don't they? Whether they're straight or curved. So mostly around the edge. But borders are really good for putting, as I said, bare bones and structure. So something like this pyramid, which is actually ilex crenata.
It's a small-leaved holly, tiny weeny, not spiky, but
something like that works really well,
so
doesn't it?
evergreens and the larger stuff will form your skeleton, won't it? And then you can add the flesh with smaller plants.
Because they're there all year round. But even something like a rose, this one appropriately, Gertrude Jekyll, it's bare bones, isn't it? You've got that skeleton, that structure, and even when they're not flowering, there's something there. Which is important. Pittosporum, again, worked quite well in a lot of borders.
A lot of Pittosporum suffered, of course, that very, very cold snap we had 2 Decembers ago.
Took everybody by surprise,
so, great by the sea, though, particularly. You've got a coastal garden, Pittosporum, and this is that lovely variegated one.
It is.
Really
New Zealand, I think, hence why the cold was suddenly a bit of a shock to them. But, yeah, they make good mounds, don't they? Really good cushions,
and
evergreen.
They'll take clipping.
Yes, And something like this is from my garden, I plucked it out, a little obelisk.
Because I love these. I've got quite a lot of these.
Yeah, they're just great. And also for climbers, you can climb clematis, anything up.
Sweet peas, summer
or
annuals,
even vegetables as well, couldn't you? You could put some climbing peas up or beans. So that's your starting point. And then, of course, planting. We're going to come over this way now.
All right, walk this way.
Walk this way. I'm going to the back. I'm going to go in the mud, Alan.
Right, I'll get on my knees.
Oh, so...
with my kneeler.
That's it. What you want to think about is where you place plants in a border, isn't it, really? So something like this now, I call it Dicentra, but it's had a name change.
Yes, was it I'm reading it now, Lamprocapnos.
Well done you, I had no idea.
Honestly.
But, or bleeding hearts is the common name, isn't it? But this is a great example of what I call a see-through plant. Something that you can get away at the front of a border because you can see beyond, but works quite well because of its height
in the middle.
In a middle point, which is what I'm going to do here.
Well, it is this gradations of height. I mean, you know, we've got a skimmier there. Generally speaking, taller stuff at the back, short stuff at the front, a bit like a stage set, you know, you're arranging scenery, but you can bring drifts of taller plants forward to create sort of bays. And you've got that going in there. These daffs have just faded, but we don't cut the foliage off for a good 6 weeks.
Leave it there.
But in front of it, I've just made a little hole down here, because unlike Camilla, who is now struggling to dig her hole, I did mine before I started.
See, well, that's because, you see, you've been doing this for years,
and it's only little.
I'm a newcomer.
And at the front, these lovely pinks, dianthus. Glorious scent.
Oh, the scent.
And this one's called Carnelia. But the flower, look, it's pink and white.
Yeah, that's quite unusual, that one, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah.
But trying to, again, we've got a bit of a pink theme here, but you can do, as you said, Christopher Lloyd, put lots of different colours in together, and it works.
Yeah.
You know?
If it pleases you, I think that's the thing, really. It's your space that gives you pleasure. And the old thing, if you put something in it doesn't work, move it.
Yes, most
it doesn't have to stay there forever, you know. You've got some lavender to go down. I have indeed,
and that's a great example of a plant that goes near the front of a border, isn't it? And again, creates mounds, a bit like the Pittosporum. If you clip it really nicely, that's a great front of border
just
plant.
As the flowers fade, they'll put a little bit of new growth on then, and like that, it'll be ready for this year.
And don't go into the old wood. Try not to go into that old brown. Just keep it. But you can be quite harsh with them, can't you?
You can, but the trouble is, 4 or 5 years is about max out of lavender, and then you ditch it.
It's better
Take some cuttings if you want, but get some new plants. It's not a long-lived plant.
No.
Camilla is a collector. She collects old things.
It's a bit of a problem.
She brought with her.
Yeah, these were my grandfather's, and they are Staffordshire Blue Victorian edging tiles.
They'll need a bit more
a little bit more in
than I'm going to do,
but
it'll just give you an idea what they look like.
They give you a really neat edge, don't they? And I love them. You can get all kinds of different ones these days, whether that's the little wood borders or metal ones or willow. You can have living willow hoops, can't you?
It's practical, that. It
Yeah,
stops
it is.
your plants from flopping over onto the lawn.
Yeah, stops the soil going onto the lawn.
If you like a neat lawn edge, you can whip a strimmer along there.
Yeah, and off you go. And a little bit of mulch as well.
Yeah, so when you've done your planting, now this is really worthwhile, and we've got ground up bark and spread along the surface of the soil.
I'll move my foot out the way.
After you've done your planting, while it's still moist. I mean, this is the time of year to do it, really.
It is. And it suppresses the weeds, doesn't it?
Thick,
yep.
Around your plants.
Yeah.
Suppresses the weeds, keeps the moisture in.
Yeah.
It's amazing the different kind of growth you get, particularly on sandy soil.
Yeah. And it looks so tidy, doesn't it? It's satisfying to put that down, walk away, and it looks good.
Now, you've got here what looks like a roll of lining paper.
I know. I bring everything with me, as you know. If all of this is too much hassle for you, you don't have the time, you can get something called Garden on a Roll. And it is, as it says, you get this long. I won't keep going, otherwise I'll be back in the field.
So they're all numbered?
Yes.
And you lay this down on the ground?
Yeah.
Cut the slit and plant it. There's D3.
That's there.
And it tells you how big it's going to spread.
It sends you the plants you need. So you literally just pop them where they are, plant them in the hole, put soil over the top. This biodegrades, and off you go.
Good luck with your Garden on a Roll. And all the plants come with it, so you know what you're going to put in.
It's an easy thing to do, and I think the point is, you know, however much time you've got, there is a border for you.
Yeah.
You can make a border happen, and what glory.
Wonderful. It's always lovely to work with Camilla when she's on a roll.
Boom.
Thank you, Camilla.
Pleasure.
Despite its rather plain-sounding name, there's more to the grey seal than you might think. Leslie Joseph now, pursuing one of Britain's most popular pinnipeds in today's Coastal Chronicle.
Good morning, Alan. Aren't you looking dapper today? And a very good morning to you too, dear viewers. I hope you are having a splendid Sunday. Right, time to slap on the sunblock as we're off once more to the beautiful British coast. Today we're celebrating not just any old seal. This week's Coastal Chronicle is the tale of the wondrous grey seal. Its scientific name translates to hooked-nosed pig of the sea. Well, rather rude if you ask me. Don't listen to them, dears. I think you look gorgeous. Still, if you were to visit, maybe dry off first. The largest of our native seal species, grey seals are bigger and paradoxically more numerous than the common seal. Oh, Leslie, it's far too early in the day for words like paradoxically. Oh, there you go, I've said it again. I'll need to lie down after this. Seals come to shore for their breeding season, which falls between September and December. During these months, females also tend to give birth from the previous season's hanky-panky and bring into the world a single, adorable pup. Hungry pups gain around 3 pounds a day whilst feeding. After 1 month, the pups have grown their waterproof fur and head to sea in search of food of their own. Whilst the grey seal pups dine, their parents remain ashore, fasting for the whole breeding season, living off their fat reserves to stay alive. This can last as long as 20 days for females and up to 50 for the bulls. The bulls commonly fight each other to establish dominance, and the prevailing champion will mate with all the females on his part of the beach. My, quite the Casanova. These impregnated females venture to the sea to hunt for food, returning the following winter to birth their pup. One thing's for sure, after all that fasting, they must be ravenous. Bon appetit, dears. And that, delicious viewer, is the Coastal Chronicle of our gorgeous grey seals. There they go for a dip. I think I may join them. Has anyone seen my snorkel? Back to you, Alan.